Hey everyone, Adam Shar here from Bravura Media Company. Today I've got another vintage map for you guys. It is a map of Norwich, Connecticut that was originally produced in 1876. As you can see, it is a bird's eye perspective map in that we can see changes in landscape, in elevation, building architecture, ships. We can see people walking down the streets. We get to see the city of Norwich, Connecticut in a three-dimensional perspective, and we get to travel back in time to 1876. We're going to dive right in. We're going to zoom in and kind of explore and examine this old map, but before we do so, we're going to give a brief history about Norwich, Connecticut. So let's begin. Norwich was originally founded in 1659. It was founded by settlers from the Saybrook, Connecticut area. They purchased the land from the Mohegan Indians from the area, and they bought it specifically from the Indian named Sachem Uncas. After they purchased the land, the 69 European families started to settle in the area, forming various farms and businesses. The area started to grow, and then in the 18th century, it became a huge hub for shipping, largely because you had all these intersecting rivers, as well as access out to the Atlantic, so that goods could be shipped to England. So it became a huge kind of like harbor hub, I guess you could say. And that began to recede, though, during the Stamp Act of 1764, because there was resistance against these taxes, and a lot of these businesses didn't want to have to pay these levied taxes, and this eventually led to the people of Norwich siding with the American colonists and the the Continental Army, more specifically the Sons of Liberty, because they wanted to separate themselves from British law. And to note a notable American revolutionary person that was born in Norwich, Benedict Arnold was born there. If you don't know who Benedict Arnold is, he was the American Continental Army general who essentially worked behind closed doors with the British Army and tried to get a surrender at West Point in New York because he wanted to join over and defect over to the British. He actually became a brigadier general on the British side. So kind of some interesting facts. If you didn't know who Benedict Arnold is, he was born here. And later on, as Norwich started to develop into the 19th century, especially during the Civil War, it became a huge, again, hub for shipping goods. Specifically, they had a steamship line going from New York City to Norwich, and I mean, goods were being produced anywhere from armaments to textiles. So that being said, let's dive right in. Let's zoom in, kind of explore and examine this old map of Norwich. Right away, we can see the three intersecting waterways right here. We can see this little harbored area. We can see the ships coming in. We can see very, very busy, it looks like. I looked at a couple industries on this map already. I found, I believe, a wool mill. Let me see. 44, this is right here on Willow Street in Norwich. You look at the key. 44, that's a woolen yarns. J. Hunt Smith. It's a little bit hard text to read, but if you look at the labelings on this map, I mean, up to 71 locations labeled. That's pretty nice. I've seen a lot of bird's eye perspective maps, and that's a good number. I mean, I've seen up to 120, but having over 50, that's pretty nice to have. 64, let's look up 64 real quick. Looks like it says something on the lines of manufacturer supplies. Hard to read a little bit. We've got railroad depots right here. That's obviously a railroad depot. Let's see if we can find another. This looks like a railroad depot. Let's look up 3940. I'm interested to see what that is. Water wheel. Collins water wheel. Did we say 40? Yeah. Okay, that's a Richmond Stove Company. That's a stove company right here, right next to the river. I like the name, the Thames Street right here, right next to the river. As you know, Norwich, and more specifically, New London County. This is New London County. I mean, heavy British influence in this area. The Thames River, as you know, runs right through London, and it's right next to the river right here. It's a very convenient name. Let's look off. I think that's what I looked this up. I forgot what that industry that was. Let's look up 43. It's a cotton mill, and it's conveniently located right, you know, on this riverbed right here. This is the, we've got it right here. Pantic River. I can't read that. That's okay. But you can see it's right on the riverbed here, and I mean, goods ready to go out for shipping. Very convenient location. Cotton was huge too. I mean, you know, America was manufacturing a lot of cotton, and it was being shipped to Europe like crazy. I mean, even if you think about the Civil War, the British during the Civil War actually really sided. They didn't actually jump into the Civil War, but they really wanted the South to win the Civil War because they were getting a lot of cotton from the South. That's interesting. This is right after the Civil War, or right around the Civil War time, and it's kind of interesting that it's easy access to a cotton area. So we can see how built up Norwich was. I mean, you can see the smaller houses off from the outskirts. Let's look up one more industry if we can. 46, that's obviously an industry of some sort. Right by the yarn factory. 46. That's a, remember we talked about armaments? That's a pistol company. We said that anywhere from armaments to textile. They're manufacturing pistols right there. Right by Pond Street. So, you know, I do some metal detecting videos. If you're a metal detector in the Norwich, Connecticut area, you need to check out 46, this area right here. A pistol manufacturer, you know, there are some artifacts around this area right here, right around Pond Street. Guaranteed. You know, if you're a metal detector, check this area out. Big time. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please feel free to subscribe to our channel. We do videos like these all the time where we explore old maps as well as history. If you like this sort of thing, definitely subscribe to us. Like this video, share this video. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, and I will see you guys soon. Okay, take care. All right, bye.